Gigi is the Shahs of Sunset resident firecracker, and Bravo has painted the star's life as a series of conflicts and pain. But while the drama makes for a hit show, when the cameras turn off, things don't exactly settle down. From turning her drug habit into a business to welcoming her baby boy, this is Gigi's untold truth. Fans of Shahs of Sunset watched Gigi's divorce play out in brutal fashion on the small screen.
I've changed so much of myself to be with this man, but clearly he's just another guy like all the other guys, another
According to E! News, the reality star tied the knot with Shalom from Dash Dolls just weeks after he proposed in Times Square, but it took even less time for Gigi to realize she'd made a huge mistake. In an interview with E! News, Gigi revealed that less than 48 hours after walking down the aisle, she regretted her decision. She never believed in marriage and admitted, "I think I was forcing myself to see a future with him. I wanted to."
I'm imagining you were crazy in love.
Yeah,
at the time to do that. Yeah.
I thought so.
She didn't even wear a wedding dress, opting instead for jeans and a turtleneck. And she claimed the whole thing made her, quote, want to throw up. Gigi also alleged that Shalom wanted a traditional wife that would cook, clean, and get pregnant. She told the outlet, "I'm typically more of the man in the relationship, so I will never do that, let alone put a ring on my finger for you and then start doing that. It's not going to happen for me." According to Page 6, Gigi's marriage lasted just 7 weeks, and her divorce was finalized by the end of 2018.
I'm so happy to be back on the single train.
Gigi's issues got a lot deeper than the occasional on-screen freakout, and the star's troubled past began long before she was famous. She told Fox News, "I've been kicked out of 10 schools growing up, just fighting everywhere I went."
If you look up Gigi in the dictionary, there's a picture of that bitch with a machete like this.
And beyond her physical violence streak, she also had a substance abuse problem.
I have a big drug past. Massive drug past.
On an episode of the Just the Sip podcast, Gigi revealed that her previous drug use, which primarily consisted of cocaine and cannabis, started when she was just 11 years old. The reality star didn't even bother hiding her drug use from her parents, who had immigrated to Los Angeles, and instead chose to craft an elaborate lie. She said, "I was first generation, so the easiest mechanism for me and my sister to our parents was, well, our American friends' parents let them do it, and my parents were like, oh, so they didn't want to be wrong." It wasn't until 2005, after Gigi had been using drugs for nearly 14 years, that she finally checked herself into rehab. Gigi might have gone to rehab in 2005, but she didn't reach her so-called breaking point until 2016. According to Just the Sip, the star never went back to the hard stuff, but the one drug she still uses is medical marijuana.
This is like a stoner's dream.
Anyone who's watched just a single episode of Shahs knows that Gigi is a weed queen who started using the drug to treat her rheumatoid arthritis at the initial suggestion of her mother. On one episode, she even took dramatic last puffs before receiving an embryo transfer as part of her IVF treatment. But it appears that the substance is more than just one of Gigi's preferred pastimes.
I feel like it's been my calling my entire life.
In 2018, she announced the launch of her cannabis business, Woosa, then later went on to show off her initial range of products on Instagram, claiming the substance changed her life. She wrote, "I have found that purpose through cannabis. Many of you will mock me, many of you will support me. I just hope you continue to follow me and watch the evolution of great healing take place using Woosa. I'm almost in remission, y'all. I'm living proof this stuff works."
Healing the world one person at a time, one joint at a time, or however you like it.
Gigi's struggle with rheumatoid arthritis is much more serious than casual fans may even realize. In an interview with Everyday Health, the star revealed that her symptoms began with numbness in her hands when she was 27 years old. And according to People magazine, the disease may have also triggered Gigi's traumatic 2019 ectopic pregnancy.
It's gonna get better, I promise you.
God, as if this is my karma, it's the worst karma.
In an Instagram post in February 2020, Gigi revealed the challenges in getting her body healthy enough to carry a child. After losing her first pregnancy, she went through another round of IVF. Even though it was successful, her RA symptoms came back with a vengeance. She wrote, "My RA came back 10 times worse than ever. As soon as this baby is out, I'm rolling a fat joint and going back to healing myself with cannabis." Now that she's given birth to a healthy boy, boy, she revealed that her symptoms have still not subsided. She posted, "It's scary that after holding him for just 10 minutes, my arms and hands go numb because of my rheumatoid arthritis, and it makes it so painful for me to cuddle my baby all day."
I'm curious, are we sisters? Because I would never put my sister in that situation.
Gigi and MJ have gone through their ups and downs over the course of Shahs of Sunset's 8 seasons, but it seems like there may have been way more downs than ups in recent years. At BravoCon in 2019, Gigi claimed MJ was her, quote, biggest rival, adding, "She knows how to make you love her and need her. And then she just kind of comes out of nowhere like one of those little snakes and just gets you."
I know what MJ is capable of. She's being her authentic self, and that is someone who damages people.
By season 8, it seemed like Gigi and her frenemy had found common ground over their struggles with fertility, and when Gigi fell ill during the group's trip to the Boots and Brews music festival, MJ jumped to take care of her castmate. But apparently that wasn't enough. On Watch What Happens Live, Gigi claimed MJ wasn't being sincere at the festival, saying, "That's how her genius works, her manipulation. She shows that side of herself, and then as soon as you lower your guard, all of a sudden, those little jabs come out of nowhere, and you're like, oh god." Reportedly, MJ is still hoping the pair can reconcile. No one is mistaking Gigi as the nice one on the Shahs of Sunset. You only really need to look as far as her various showdowns with MJ, the venom she spit about her ex-husband, or even just her own admissions. She told Fox News,
"I am a spoiled brat, and I'm always going to be a spoiled brat."
Though Gigi has clearly been cast as the bad gal of Shah's little corner of Los Angeles, that may not actually be her real persona. If we're looking at Sarah, who joined the series in season 8, either everyone is equally as awful, or Shah's resident baddie is secretly one of the nice ones. In an Instagram post, the rookie cast member revealed that Gigi was the only person in the Shah's crew that reached out to her when she joined the series, writing, "Sitting next to the only girl who was nice to me all season. Thank you, Gigi, for always showing love and having my back many times when you didn't have to. And everyone swore you'd be such a bitch. LOL." Bravo celebrities aren't shy about plastic surgery. They're just sometimes shy about admitting it, lest we forget the drama that ensued when Melissa Gorga's nose job was outed on The Real Housewives of New Jersey. But unlike Gorga, Gigi is unapologetic about her plastic surgery, which includes a nose job that basically transformed her into a different person. In a 2018 Instagram post, Gigi revealed, "Born with some, paid for the rest. Say what you want, but my plastic still brings all the boys to the yard."
I was just an insecure person, and I thought all my problems were right here on my face, so I started there.
So, what work has she had done? In the past, Gigi has been candid about her breast enhancement and butt job. She told Life and Style that she went from a 34B to a 34D after weight fluctuations, quote, made her boobs saggy. She also used laser lipo to transfer fat from her back and sides to her hips and booty. Then there's the Botox and filler. On an episode of Shahs, the reality star went so far as to claim that getting filler was, quote, like therapy that helped her cope with the loss of her pregnancy. She said, "I started doing fillers when I was like 27. You feel amazing. You feel fresh. I've had my cheeks injected, under my eyes. What else have I done? Lips? Well, we know I filled other places." Gigi's fertility struggles have been well documented on Shahs of Sunset, and even though she was briefly married, her plan was always to be a single mother. In an interview with The Daily Dish, the star revealed that divorce rates made her want to opt out of the whole thing entirely. She said, "You just have this elaborate wedding and you party, it's not really anything more than that. And that turns into a divorce, and that's usually when the child's like 3 or 4 years old and has to go through that separation situation. So many kids go through that where their parents hate each other or they just don't get along. I would rather my child end up seeing me have a partner or maybe a couple in the future that I get along with."
I'm looking for your greatest swimmers, which is your little sperm.
According to People magazine, Gigi ultimately used a sperm donor. Though she wasn't dating at the time, she did reveal that she has always wanted to be a mom, saying, "I can start a family and have my child without being in a relationship right now." Rheumatoid arthritis isn't Gigi's only physical struggle. In 2017, the star revealed that she was born with a rare form of hearing loss. Gigi only has 28% of her hearing, and her attempts at wearing a hearing aid hadn't been entirely successful. She described to The Daily Dish, "For 35 years, I've never heard these sounds, and then one second, I'm hearing everything, so I can't differentiate what I'm hearing anymore. It's really confusing. It's hard to explain, but it's like if someone was blind for 35 years, you finally give them vision, they don't know what they're looking at.
I hear certain pitches a lot stronger than other pitches. Sometimes everything just sounds like one long
Though Gigi admitted she relies on reading lips and body language, she was eventually fitted for hearing aids in 2017. And after that, there was one thing she was happy to be able to hear: her baby's heartbeat. In an Instagram post, the star revealed, "Being able to hear the sound of my baby's heartbeat is truly the most beautiful thing I've ever been able to experience. So grateful." In 2017, Shahs of Sunset aired what may have gone down as the most uncomfortable Thanksgiving dinner in history. On the episode, Gigi had a straight-up showdown with her sister Layla as MJ tried her best to calm things down. The sisters appeared to end the episode on good terms, but the happy times were short-lived.
What's the beef between you and your sister?
Me and I'm sorry, I didn't hear anyone after that.
On Watch What Happens Live, Gigi refused to acknowledge her sister entirely, and apparently the beef has been a long time coming. Castmate Shervin, who also appeared on the show, explained to Andy Cohen, "They've always had this rivalry, and, when they're good, it's great. It's awesome. But when they're not, it's exactly the opposite." On the Shahs After Show, MJ revealed that the pair were barely speaking in 2017. In fact, Layla didn't even know that Gigi had gotten a divorce. But it looks like things have since been patched up as of 2020, with Layla making an appearance at Gigi's baby shower.
I'm due in a couple days.
Gigi gave birth to her son Elijah in late April 2020, and there were a lot of what-ifs involved in the delivery since she was set to be induced just as the coronavirus outbreak soared in the United States. A month prior, the star tweeted, "I'm due in less than 2 months, but am freaking out about having a baby while the entire world is crumbling. Stay strong, my little Elijah. You're entering a world of chaos, my son." Page 6 reports that Gigi's sister accompanied her to the hospital, but Gigi's concerns extended beyond any immediate health risks. She posted on Instagram, "It was definitely a bit scary to be in the hospital knowing this extremely contagious virus is all around, but it's also scary that I don't have all of the answers to give my son when he asks me certain questions, like, who is my dad?" Whatever the future holds, we're wishing Gigi and little Elijah all the best. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Nicki Swift videos about your favorite celebs are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.